Hey, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. I am so excited today. So my I know I just started talking because I was like, yeah, I have a new, like, and you guys can't see it, but tripod, so it's like so much higher, but I think this will be cool. And I'm like really excited. How you guys doing today? I hope really amazing. I'm really just over the moon with everything that's going on. Everyone on their way to Texas, safe travels for the heart of Texas. That is going to be starting really shortly. So safe travels and prayers to those guys. This weekend, Afro Dogs in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania turned 52 years old. Like, again, amazing feats. I know that our brothers in Houston, Next Level, congratulations and shout out to you guys. Hey, Katie. So both of our guests are in the lobby. Let's see. I do not see. I can bring on Hoagy. I hope you guys saw the preview. We will be talking to my little big buddy, Hoagy's Heroes, and Miss Katie Robinette of PetVets of Southwestern Pennsylvania. Let's see, we're trying to get her on now. And let us see if we can get Mr. Hoagy. I was saying, Hoagy, for some reason, I can't add you, saying that you're not available. It says can't be added while the user is connecting. So Hoagy, I guess we have to wait a second and see. And then see my shirt from Lookout? It is the Mouse Matter. And then on the back, it has so definitely look up his page and support. That'd be awesome. Now, Katie, do you see, it keeps saying that it's adding you. Do you see something on your end? It says no answer. So it's sending you a request. Okay, let me see. For me, it's saying adding, but you have to click something on your end. Hi, Amy. Katie, you should see a button, or you should see a like invitation type thing in your notifications that says I'm adding you on. Okay, it keeps saying that it's adding you is what I see on my end, but it hasn't come up yet. Let's see. Hoagy, I don't know where you went. How you doing, brother? Thanks for having us last night. We really appreciated it. We appreciate you. Our fourth user was excellent for children's sickle cell. Definitely appreciate that, and everyone who came out to support last night. Hoagy, I don't see you anymore. Katie, I'm going to try to send another request. I'm sending another request now. So you should just select the invite. It's not going. Let's see. Okay, Hoagy, I'm trying to add you. Oh, yes, you clicked it. Yes, okay, we got you. Let's try. Send again. Let me try audio versus camera. Well, we want you to be camera. Can you, so Katie, on your end, does it have something where you can Does it have something where you can ask to come on? Let's see if we can. Okay, Katie, I'm sending again. So Hoagy, when it came up for you, what did it say?
I have no idea. I just kept pushing stuff.
How you doing, big buddy?
Hey, I'm doing great now. I don't know what to call myself now since I sold the bike. I'm driving around in four wheels. I guess I'm just old and useless now, kid.
Oh, no, 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 no. That's not true. Never. Never useless, and you're only as old as you feel.
I can't see you now, but I see me.
Oh, good. Just keep it how it is. Hey, Mei Ling. Katie, I don't know why it's not adding Katie. She said she clicked on join.
What's that? Am I still on
Yes,
there?
you're still on there. And I just
Okay.
sent it to Katie again, but I don't. So Katie, see if you can request to join. I'm choosing to join, but nothing is happening. Hoagy can talk about this. Yes, while we troubleshoot. But see if you can, Katie, request to join a live. Oh, I see. Yes, I just approved your request. Oh, send a request again. I saw your.
You thought I was handicapped.
Oh, it keeps saying adding. It seemed like it was doing something that time. Let's see. It's definitely, oh, let's see.
Oh, hi, Tamika.
Hi, Amy. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so she said, let me close Facebook and try again. Okay, so she's going to close it and try again. Oh, and there's Vet Pets. Let's see. Now, where did you go? Okay, so now it's saying that I can approve her. Let's see if we can get. Oh, see! At least we have you on. How did it work for you? We can't get Katie on. Okay, let's see. Katie, send a request again. I'm glad you got out of your meeting and could join us. How are you?
I'm good. We just had a meeting with 6 beautiful individuals at a restaurant here, trying to, get some veteran services out here in southwestern Pennsylvania. So some pretty positive stuff, and I'm glad I could jump on.
Absolutely.
Is
Trying to get Katie
that
on
Omar?
too.
This is Omar with the meatball face.
Hey, brother, I can't see you. You got your eyes shut.
No, his eyes are his eyes are open, Hoagy.
I just ate too much food.
So I'm looking at myself.
Okay, yeah, my phone was dying. I had to pay the bill, so I said, I got to run out. I did that rude thing where you run out like you're busy on everybody.
And so you just came out so you can put it in your car. Okay, well, while we're trying to get Katie on, it keeps saying that she's there, and I keep approving, and it's asking me to tell her to join. It's like she's there, but she's not there. Oh, Katie. I know. So when I sent it to you, what came up on your
It took a while. So it took a second, and then it actually she'll be able to come in. I think it just sent you a button to let her in.
to push, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So on my screen it says adding. Like at the top I see her face and it says adding, like she's the same way that you and you came on. And so the Hoagy, but it's not, she's not coming on. I don't know why that is.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, and it's like all three of you are there. Oh, keep trying. So do you want to start Hoagie, or you want to start Omar while we work or let Hoagie start while we try
I've
to get Katie?
learned that Hoagie is a man of many words, and it's best to let him come in like the trumpets of Jesus.
I got baby Jesus in my pocket there, Omar.
I got one too somewhere in the car.
So this is
And I
no
just
answer
got
from
done
her.
fixing pork steaks with sweet heat for your meat on them.
Oh man.
See? Anyways, as people know that I sold my bike. No, I'm not dying. Everybody thinks I'm dying, but I'm not dying. I bought a van. We donated our old van to a lady that needed a vehicle. So everybody said, "My God, you dying? You're getting rid of your bike?" I said, "Yeah, man, I'm dying, but I don't know when. But we are going to keep Hoagie's Heroes open. It just won't be long distance charity riders. Let me see. September 6th is our last ever shrimp boil. It's 30 a head, 50 a couple. It's on Facebook. I'm trying to get people to pay by the middle of August because Jimmy Cheeseburger needs to know how much food to buy. We have specials on motels, everything. We have PayPal. We have PayPal, and we started Venmo. That was a nightmare trying to train me to do that. And then I got to meet Katie, and then I got to meet Omar, and the wife's dancing in the street there. But anyways, uh, I want to become more and more involved with them because Katie's mom and dad, they're the ones that got us the Hoagie's Heroes Boulevard sign. And I really love our veterans. I've become attached to Omar. He wants to come down to a cooking class, but I want him to tell you about what's going on with the vet pets. We've already donated money to them, and I want to get more. Well, we want to get more involved. There ain't no I or me; it's a we thing. And I really become attached to Omar, and I think he likes me. I'm not sure. He didn't kill me when I was up there, but I think he thought about it.
No, he doesn't look like a killer. See that smile? I don't think
I
so.
can't see nothing. I look at myself. I don't see nothing.
I ain't a
Oh,
killer,
you may
but
have
don't push me.
All right. We won't push you, Omar. So why don't you tell them about your vet pets and about the school you guys bought and Rocky
Oh
Blauer's
snap.
doing all that, and talk about the AM vets that's moving from D.C. to Little Washington. We still got to talk about that
Okay.
because we want to do a some kind of charity cook to bring in some nice cabbage up there. I just got to find out how many meals they want to sell, and and I got some ideas on that. It's hard to get
Hey, so
Omar to sit still.
I'm a man of many talents, and one of them is I can talk for an hour. So you're going to have to shut me up if I go too far. But the word on
Okay.
the windbreaker says "stay another day." So when I got out of the service, I didn't know what PTSD was, and after going to several meetings, coming back from Iraq with the 3rd Infantry Division as a combat veteran, I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress syndrome. I didn't know what it was. I know I didn't want to be around crowds. I didn't want to be around people. Even to this day, sometimes I don't want to be around people. I have moments of anxiety, depression, all these things. Blase, blase, blase. All I'm trying to say is the word on the shirt says "stay another day." There's words on the back that if you're standing behind me in the grocery line and you don't know anything about me, you start to read it, it gives you inspiration to say, whether you're a veteran or whether you're not, like you are valuable, you are honored, you are needed as a citizen, and we don't need you to commit suicide. When I was 2 years old, my aunt committed suicide, and it has stuck with me to this day. The way it affected the family, the way it affected our small community. So when I got out of the military and a few friends had committed suicide, it gave me this mission that we need to do more. So what Vet Pets does, I wear 2 hats today. Vet Pets aligns service members that are under our care with a assistance dog, whether it's a therapy dog and they take it out to the community, to nursing homes, to veteran centers with us to give them a new purpose, or whether they need a service dog and we promote hands-on service dog training, we don't want to give somebody a dog and say you're fixed. We want to give them a purpose and a mission and say, come with us. We know you need a purpose. We know we're not going to hand you a bottle of pills and say, take these and you'll be fixed. We want to hand you a mission, hand you a purpose, and say, we know you're not fixed because I'm not fixed. But if we work incrementally every day, then maybe we'll be a little more closer to what we need to be for our family, for ourselves, for our mothers, brothers, sisters, fathers. But the main thing is for our inner selves. Combat veterans come back. They work at Walmart, stuffing shelves. They work at Home Depot, putting mulch in the back of people's cars. And they drop this sense of purpose that we had. When I was in Iraq, I had the highest sense of mission and values and purpose. I came back to throw in mulch in a lady's red Corvette, didn't even get a thank you, and my sense of purpose diminished. Like, what am I doing with my life? Since starting Vet Pets, the first hat I wear, I have a new purpose. It makes me want to wake up. It makes me not want to quit on myself or my family or my community, because that purpose, if I don't show up tomorrow and if I stop showing up for the rest of this year, there are 23 people, whether they show up or not, that get support, whether it's a phone call, a text message, dog training, or if any of those people are watching, if they message me tonight at 2 a.m., I'm there. If they have to go to recovery home for 6 months, we're paying for it. If they need support, their house burns down, we're going to build them a new one. If I got to raise money for 6 months to help build them another house. So you're part of a community, more than the dogs, more than dog training. We have your back, we have your six. The other hat I wear is called AMVETS. I'm currently the second vice of AMVETS. They bought the laboratory school here in Washington. This building will be able, under my understanding, to house 11 families in transition from the military, to give them vocational work, HVAC, electrical, stuff that will give them a better fighting chance in the community. Rather than welcome home, go work at Target, stuffing shelves, good luck. You know, giving these guys, these families, not just one person, their whole family can go here. They can get housed for 6 months. That veteran can get the dedication, the care, the counseling that they need to thrive. There's nothing like that I've
for free.
And it's for free, covered by fundraising, covered by me and my loud mouth and my meatball head, saying things like this: donate today, www.amvets.org. It goes nationally. Or come to one of these upcoming events this year, whether it's a cook-off, whether you've got sweet meat for your heat, sweet heat for your meat.
Yeah, baby.
Or whether this guy is selling rotisserie chickens on the side of the road. Whatever we have to do to help our veterans, whether it's a bike ride from some organization that is seeing this and they said, we don't even know these guys, but we like what they're doing. Whatever we need to help support our veterans, we are there. And that's the AMVETS credo, and that is the Vet Pets credo. I don't have a Vet Pets hat on, but this is a Vet Pets shirt. This is the AMVETS hat. I am trying to bridge.
You said www.amvets.org?
Yes. That is the national website. You'll see the services they do, ways to donate. Put it in the chat. I appreciate it. You know, the Vet Pets thing is very strong in my heart. I will never give up on that. But there's a bigger mission coming down the express lane, and I would be an idiot if I didn't support that as well.
Now, I do two things. You talked about PTSD and not necessarily knowing what it was. Is that relevant for those in service who have not been in active war and just have just served? And then what was it that brought you to realize that that's what you had, and what else did you have to do in order to get the assistance that you needed to start or to become a part of AMVETS?
Wow, so there's two good questions. So the first thing, for the first 2 years, I thought post-traumatic stress or any sort of trauma was just with military, war veterans. You were in some kind of combat like Rambo, people blowing up all over the place. You've seen the worst of the worst. What we're finding is people have post-traumatic stress from COVID. Nurses, doctors, lawyers. People have post-traumatic stress. If you were a kid in the 80s and you got your ass beat, you might have some post-traumatic stress. One day they're going to say, was you a kid in the 80s, maybe the early 90s?
And your mom told you to go get the switch off the tree?
Yeah. Did your mom tell you to go get the switch off the tree outside and you brought it in? Call Brian, and Brian.
Yes.
You may be subject, you know, but so there is something called complex PTSD where based on your childhood or your upbringing or your environment, and then you enter the service, or then you're a firefighter, or then you're a police officer, or then you're just a regular community member, and you might see your friend get shot, or you might see something happen that, you know, you don't have to be a soldier to experience trauma. And we're seeing that every day, especially since COVID. And
Amen.
Especially since society with cell phones, and, you know, we don't want to go down that road. You know, everybody with a smartphone has some kind of trauma. I'm just saying it right now. You're getting hit with it daily by TikTok, Instagram, and whatever else you're viewing that you probably shouldn't be viewing when you should be probably holding on to that baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus. So
That's right.
that is the one thing. The second thing, you asked about AMVETS. I started Vet Pets. For 4.5 years, I was running around screaming at the top of my lungs on Facebook. I post twice a day. Donate money to www.pavetpets.org. That money will go to help a veteran, whether it's the $2,400 we put aside a year to help a veteran that needs to go to recovery for 6 months so his family doesn't pay for it, or whether it's a service dog fully funded from $17,000 to $30,000 to a veteran, or whether it's hands-on service dog training or assistance dog training that, you know, costs a little bit more, costs less, but is trickled out of our funds over time. These veterans, first responders need our support, but they have support. There's Department of Veterans Affairs. We are not trying to be above them. We've aligned more veterans back with the Department of Veterans Affairs because in some way they may have felt like, you know what, they're not there for me. So we'll say, well, let's go have a cup of coffee. Let's go train with these dogs. And in these conversations, we've actually had veterans go back to the Department of Veterans Affairs, get service disconnected disabilities, and reach back and say, damn, man, thank you. I didn't need the dog. I didn't need the dog training. I needed the community and the support to get me on the right track. And now because of you, I'm the lead director of a VFW or this veterans group. One guy we helped move to North Carolina to help veterans in North Carolina. I think he's in Philadelphia. So I want to tell people it's not about the dog. It's about the community. We are human needs. We're not dog training. We're not trying to be the best service dog provider. Somebody else will come on here and say this $1 million place is the better service dog provider. They're spending $30,000 on a wall inside a building, $5,000 on a statue inside their grand entryway. They're wasting money, and we're not going to even try to compete with the $1 million service dog organizations. We're going to compete with our compassionate care. We're going to be in the communities once or twice a week with therapy dogs. We're going to take money when we can. We're going to take your dollar and make it into $3. And that's why we're probably going to always stay small. And I'm just trying to be as raw as I can because I see 3 to 5 people on here. So why not speak my damn mind? You can give your $30,000 to these $1 million organizations, and they're going to, that $30,000 can maybe help somebody once, or you can give that same $30,000 through supporting Hoagy's fundraiser, and we can help 7 to 20 veterans with that same amount of money because we care. We don't have executives making $200,000, $300,000 a year. We're not trying to put German shepherds out here that can still attack people because we think that this program is perfect, and it's not. They're still dogs at the end of the day. We're still here at the end of the day. And I'm just finally speaking my mind because I've seen organizations that are real close to me give money to these larger organizations. And then I see the schematics for the campus this organization is building, and it's a $54 million campus or more. I don't even know.
It's funny you say that because there are a lot of organizations that are large ones that, you don't want to name names.
And I don't want to blast them, but when I see these local organizations saying, "Yeah, we raised $30,000 for him." That $30,000 went in the entryway for some grand archway, some big golden tree where people can put the plaques up. And they say, "Well, we have 4 statues in here, and they're $5,000 statues, and we have the Steelers supporting us because it looks good."
I was going to say, or like you said, they're paying executives, and nothing is being put into the people or the thing that you're raising this money for. It's aesthetics. You know what I mean? And like you said, I don't have to look good or see this, or like you said, have whatever. A support dog is whoever is it, like, and animals really are close to us. A support dog can be anyone, like you said, you can train to do that to make you feel your best that day. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like a $10,000 dog. It may be one from the pound that you paid $60 for, but that helped get their vaccination. You know,
I'm completely
again, like
off script,
$30,000.
and I apologize.
No,
I apologize. I went off script. What I was supposed to say is, my name is Omar Brooks, and I am the executive director of PetVets. And blase, blase, blase. No, I've been doing this for 4.5 years, and I've seen greed come into communities because they see, it's like, I don't want to say Walmart, but it's like the mom and pop stores have been doing this with compassion and care. And the big stores come in and start to slowly wipe them out. There are stores that you're never going to wipe out because the care with the community is always there. One of my favorite places is called Gabby's Restaurant. It's a small place. They have great food. Hoagy probably knows some very small mom and pop places that make great sausages, that have a great deli, and they're never going to go out of business because their care and compassion.
And the people are more drawn to that when you can have a one-on-one conversation instead of, like you said, sending texts, sending emails, and it's going through a chain, and you never get to have that conversation. So they're not feeling what you're feeling. You can't deliver the mission that you're trying to accomplish because it's just AI versus a face-to-face conversation, which is good.
But I wanted to cool down and say I'm also a member of the Washington County Suicide Task Force. We try to partner with them, at least in meetings, at least in fundraisers, to really drive home this mission. We try to partner with local organizations to really drive home this mission. A weird thing that happens with suicide is, we had a suicide for the last 3 or 4 months locally here, not speaking about anywhere else. And a weird thing that happens is the family says, we're not going to talk about that. When my aunt committed suicide and I was 2, we're not going to talk about that. So I have to carry this thing on me in my 40s, and it was something we're not supposed to talk about. So now at 7:32 on this date at this time, I'm finally talking about it. And I'm saying it affected me. And if we talked about it in the community, maybe it would have prevented someone else from doing it. So the shirt says, "Stay another day." I wear it for a reason. You can purchase them.
My girlfriend, my good girlfriend, she started VABS for mental health awareness, and she had a friend that was really close to her too. Literally had a conversation with them, laughed, haha, everything, and hours later, he was gone. And it's like you don't have that indication sometimes that something is bothering someone to the point that they don't want to be here. You know what I mean? And it's just like, if there was more awareness, then we can check on our strong friends. We can check on those that we haven't heard from in a while. Just shoot a message. And so she, she has his tattoo, his name tattoo, like as a commemoration. And she talks about it all the time. Like, please, we have another guy who rides motorcycles, Kodak. He does 22 push-ups like every day, because every 22 seconds, a soldier attempts suicide. So to alleviate that, or to bring awareness to it and raise money for it, like, again, he's doing that. And I think if more people, like you said, talked about it and addressed it, because, in our community, we don't do therapy. We don't talk about stuff like, well, there's nothing wrong with that kid. They're just bad as hell. Beat them, put them on punishment, and that's it.
Yeah. Little Omar just got his ass beat, and we ain't going to talk about that. That's only him and his mama.
Right. Right.
Who?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I'm beating him because he walked through my yard.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Yeah, right.
you said you
Right.
beat
The
my butt.
community beat you. Yeah, like everybody was your parents, your gram, your auntie. Yeah. And again, that's how we resolved bad kids, but it could have been more mental health, like, you know, and trauma, PTSD, the things that happen, but we never want to address it. As so taboo, you know. And then when they go off and do the unthinkable, it's like, what did you see? The hindsight is
Yeah, I
too
just,
late.
you know, Cat Williams was on Club Shay Shay, and he said, "This is the year of truth." And I'm just trying to speak a little of my truth without going too deep today. But, you know, these $1 million organizations are coming in. They're taking money from small clubs, $20, $30, $5,000 at a time. Doesn't have to be my nonprofit. These other nonprofits are missing out on some of these funds to stay in action.
Yeah.
And the amount of waste that some of these larger nonprofits are, it's insane. And truth will come to light. It'll take time, 3-4 years from now. People say, damn. But what small nonprofits were affected by the amount of money that these other guys are eating up?
Absolutely. And you would think, because everyone is supposed to be on the same accord in the ultimate goal is supposed to be aligned. So you think there'd be more collaboration, or more like, okay, I am a conglomerate, so I can help smaller organizations, but that doesn't, it's everybody's for self, and it doesn't work to that effect,
No,
unfortunately. But
when Debo comes down the block, you tuck your chain in.
that part. So how can we spread awareness? How can we get the word out, other than, we know Hoagy's having the shrimp boil? What do you have on the horizon, like now? What are you working on, or what do you have like coming up? And Katie, we still can't find old Katie. It's not working.
It's not working. So on the horizon, we have a red shirt. There's a lot going on. So we have red T-shirts coming in, and the T-shirts say, "Remember everyone deployed." And those shirts will be raising money to get military banners on the town here in Washington, because Washington is one of the only towns that doesn't have these banners from our little demographic here. So we have a red T-shirt campaign coming up, probably within the next 30 days. So we'll be online. We'll be saying, buy one of these T-shirts. Proceeds don't come to us at all. Proceeds will go to help recognize some of these military people that need our recommendation, that don't have family or friends to pay for their banners. Another thing we have coming up is we have a large cash bash, October, I think it's the 18th, on a Saturday. It's Halloween inspired. We're trying to get 600 plus people there. That money goes to surprise somebody with a service dog or with support every year. March 7th of next year, on the 8th, we have our gala. It's a fancy dinner party. It's suit and tie, trying to get 400 people in that place. We raised $30,000 there to support a veteran family or veteran services. We need
Where's that at?
support. That one is going to be at the Doubletree Hotel in Washington. It's where we've had it the last 4 years. We need more support because we are trying to help the AMVET initiative, and we need more donations and more support to lift up this beautiful thing that's coming for 11 families, and for they moved their national headquarters from Maryland because they recognize that this area has the highest concentration of veterans.
And
that they can get Washington, look it up. Washington has the highest concentration of veterans. They said nationally, I think it's pretty spot on. It doesn't mean they're all out. If there's 10,000 veterans in Washington County, there's probably 4,000 active. And that's another thing, is how can we get more veterans involved? How can we get more veterans in their 30s and 40s involved? You go to some of these clubs, there's 70-year-olds, there's 80-year-olds, 60-year-olds in these clubs. How can we get more young veterans in this club? You know, and it's okay if you can just show up to one meeting. But if you're needing a purpose, join a club. It doesn't have to be a drinking club. Join a
Sammy.
veteran club close to you. Become a member. Veterans talk to other veterans more than they talk to their own family members. So just being in a group of people, I would say try to avoid alcohol if you can. But that's just me, you know. Man, my sinuses are jacked up.
So do you feel that, I guess, the alcohol brings back, I guess, memories that you don't want to necessarily address or that you can address? And like, does it skew, you know what I mean? Like your
Well,
capacity to be
I don't want
okay?
to get into that debate. I was just saying studies have shown, not Omar Brooks, not this club or that club. This is national studies have shown that if you have post-traumatic stress syndrome, there are a few things you need, whether you want to admit it or not, and one is religion.
Okay.
You don't want to admit it or not. If you have post-traumatic stress, if you're isolating, you're feeling alone, and you're feeling like this might not be worth staying tonight, the one thing is religion or spirituality. It doesn't have to be, you know, Jesus, but spirituality,
Right.
religion. The next thing you need is sobriety. Sobriety.
Yeah.
You might not want to admit it, but I'm saying if you're at the bottom, if you're already at the bottom, what is a bottom? What is a depressant going to do if you're already at the bottom?
The bottom. You're right. Take you over.
That's what I'm saying. If you do the math, you're already negative 10. What is a depressant going to do? You're already bad. So the first thing is spirituality or religion. This is national statistics. The second thing is, I wish I had the card on me, is sobriety. The second thing is friendship, fellowship, or the ability. The last step in Alcoholics Anonymous, I believe in Narcotics Anonymous, is to reach back and help someone else. One of the last things you could do is find that purpose and reach back and help another veteran, help another community member. Even if it's opening a door for somebody, one of the last things you could do is help your fellow human being through something they're going through. That is the whole Vet Pets mantra with me in the last 4.5 years. When I send out messages to people, they're like, damn, he's a good guy. He's looking out for me. What they don't believe sometimes, what they don't understand is that's when I'm at my lowest point. So if you ever get a text from me saying,
and you need their help,
Mika, man, you are on fire. I believe in all you're doing. Man, keep going, girl. Keep pushing. You're the most positive being I've met. You might want to say, hey, Omar, are you okay? I'd be like, you know what? I'm not. I'm trying to help everybody else out, and I'm at the bottom myself. So, but it is something where you can reach back and help. That's why there's so many people working nonprofits. You know, that's how I met Hoagy with his heart. Like, Hoagy just wants to help. So we got to support him.
Yes, absolutely. So Hoagy, your dates are your dates out too for the shrimp boil?
The only thing we got, kid, is the Pop Tab Run Shrimp Bowl. We'll start feeding at 1 o'clock. We're hoping to get most of the money in by the middle of August because Jimmy Cheeseburger has got to buy all that stuff. So far, I think Reef's coming in from Texas. We got Lionel and Thomas coming in from,
Virginia.
over in Maryland. Bobby and Jennifer Barnett's coming from down there in Kentucky. Greg Camp and his wife's coming from Canada. I'm getting John Levins to help, Patrick Cornell. This will be our last one, and I got to talk to the boss lady in there, but I think all the money will probably be going to the dog place, the Vet Pets and stuff. And I'm waiting for Omar to sit him still, but I got to put the super glue on his butt to sit down and see when that thing's going to open up there, not the school, but the other place where we can see how many meals he thinks was going to cook. I've already got a couple menus in my head, and how many meals he wants to set. I got to look at the kitchen to see what kind of supplies they got up there, and just turn my loudmouth loose, and I'll get some other people to help.
You'll be cooking after the families are there, or you're cooking to raise the money to go into the home where the families will be? Because what's the launch date of the housing?
Well, right now the headquarters is supposed to be August. They've had some setbacks, but they're saying I just had a meeting today. It looks like August is for the headquarters, and for the family, that's probably going to end up being, I don't even want to say, so I'm going to talk with them tomorrow on where the family center is. But I know the headquarters, they're saying now should be August, Hoagy.
Okay.
All right, all right.
So
Then
that
Hoagy,
at least
the
gives us
pop
something to look at.
top tab.
I mean, even we'll need like a couple months to promote the heck out of it. Then I got another idea in the back of my head. It's because you get some more bikers there. I can't tell you what it's called because, I'd have to beat you up, and, you don't want to beat up by some old man.
No.
Not today.
Oh.
Not today.
So do you want everyone to bring their top tabs to the shrimp boil, or
I would like to really get them there a couple days before because we could have put them in the pillowcases. Right now, we've only got 110 gallons. Somebody said, well, what are you going to do next year? I don't want them no more. Somebody else going to have to deal with it. I mean, we've been doing it for several years. We've gotten, I don't know how many thousands of gallons of tabs, and it's been a bunch. And of course, that,
Yeah.
but it takes a lot of work.
Another thing I was going to say was PetVets is also looking for a data entry person to process programming, not programming as in technical, but just process people in their programs, data entry, emails, phone calls. It's a $40,000 job. I believe it's 8 to 4 Monday through Friday here in Washington County. So I would be remiss if I didn't say there is a possibility for a veteran to get this position. If you're looking to transition from your normal job, you want to work for a veteran organization that has growth. This is an entry-level position. Find myself, message me, and we'll see if we can get you an interview over at the building.
Okay, good.
You don't want me to do that.
They be transitioning over to the larger building in August when the headquarters open?
Yeah, that is. So I'm looking in my small circle. I've already tried seeing if any veterans, it's a veteran first type of facility. So what veteran out there is working at, I'm going to call some out right now, is working at construction or working at a machine shop. You're underneath cars, you're oily. Some people like that and some people don't, but I know a lot of people don't like their job, and I know they're looking for growth, and they're veterans, and I know right now if they work around other veterans, they'll feel better. We just
and when you're reaching out, sometimes the veteran support, because you kind of know where you come from and what you've been through and the support that you need, so that kind of helps get you the next day.
Except Hoagy. As soon as Hoagy opened his mouth, brother from another mother, he could have been an astronaut. I was like, this guy is something else. He's something different.
Well, I'm the only man in the world that's ever flown a UFO. I told you that story.
There he goes. Yes, that's who you're talking with.
So do you have flyers? So I tried, as you were saying it, the red t-shirts, the support, to raise the money for that. Also, you have March of 2026 is the big gala, and then you have the Halloween theme event in October as well. You want to pack like 600 people there. The March is 400, and then the red shirts is everybody, like buy shirts.
Everybody.
So will the shirts say what your parka says? Like what's going to be on the shirt?
This is a different campaign. I raise money So this is a windbreaker. This is from the windbreaker campaign, and the idea with this is you wear one of these. It has an important message on the back. I'll send you the links for all this.
Okay. Yep, you can.
More suicide prevention. They come in army green and they come in black. They say stay another day, or like you are valuable on the front, something like that. She's tagging you in the pages.
Okay.
When I read that, I had tears in my eyes. So I ordered one of them there for me and one of them for the wife. And Katie hadn't got them done yet.
Yeah.
And so
not everybody wants to talk about it, but this is what's that?
The back has a different message on it. You said it's inspirational.
Yeah, there are 3 different messages on each one, but they basically say you're valuable, and you're cherished, you're loved, It's just a message on the back. So you could be shopping and forget about this damn thing, and somebody reads it, and they're like, oh my God, geez, thank you. Huh? What are you talking about?
And you never
Back
know how
your shirt. I needed that.
Yeah,
Geez.
absolutely.
I forgot I bought this last year.
All right, that your text message, you may reach out like, hey, you know, saw your post, you're rocking out, and then like you say, that's your feeling for help, but at the same time helping and uplift someone else, which is a conundrum like that, a beautiful thing to be able to kill two birds with one stone. And especially now that you're saying this, when people get the Omar text, they're like, oh, I'm on it, because people probably didn't realize that. They may have thought you were really just trying to be nice, but like you said, that's your time where you're like, what is my purpose? What am I here for? Why am I doing this? Well, at least let me support other people while I have the ability to. People don't like, sometimes I really feel like even when that happens, that person may not have felt how integral and how valuable they really were to somebody else. You know what I mean? And if we can't support each other on a daily basis to let somebody know, like, you are loved, you are special, and you are needed, that goes over the head sometimes. And then what happens when they're not? And then everybody's trying to
If I sent one to you tomorrow and I didn't tell you that, you would say, man, this dude, why is he sending me this? But I send them out to 20 or 30 people, and they get used to, oh, okay, he's supportive. And then let's say I send them to 30 people tomorrow, whether I do or not. There's always 2 or 3 people that are like, man, I needed that right now. I needed that. Like, you don't know how much I needed that.
Absolutely.
You know, so we have a list. If you've ever come across us for dog training, or we have a list. It's called I don't want to call it critical care list, but we have a list. Katie has it. I have it. We have 2 counselors available on Wednesday. One is available, and one is available on Thursdays. And their job is to work with us, since we work with veterans, but their job is also just to be there if somebody needs support. And we have a list of people. We just text them. We don't say, hey, I'm calling to check up on you because your ass is crazy. Say, I'm calling because I care about you, and what's up? You need a bag of dog food.
Volunteer positions, like, how can someone get involved? Like, even as far as training the dogs, like, do you need or do you need, like, what are we, civilians? Do you need civilians to help, like, with the dogs? Do you need civilians to help make phone calls? Do you, like, what did you need from the public as a nonprofit trying to support veterans?
We need the public to stop giving donations to large $1 million service dog organizations before they do some research and understand that not everybody needs a $30,000 or $40,000 service dog. Now, some people do. I'm not discounting that. But not everybody needs to shop at Walmart. Some people are fine at the Piggly Wiggly down the street. I'm just trying to be funny because I'm off script in my truck. What I'm trying to say is, if anybody wants to support us, during our events, we usually have 3 big events a year. Everybody comes out. Oh, man, this is great. We raise a decent amount of money, $20,000 or $30,000. All is great. What happens is, our big event was in March. All the support in the world came out a month before that, and the day of the event. After March, things start to trickle down, and we become the forgotten. Meanwhile, we're out here once a week. On Wednesdays, we're with disabled veterans and senior citizens. On Tuesdays, I might have a cup of coffee with a person and not post anything. On Wednesday, I might talk with somebody till 2 in the morning. On Thursday, Friday, Kate or somebody might take someone out, train with their dog, not post anything. We're just out here. But the donations aren't out here. So all we're asking, anybody watching, if you have $10 to donate, go to www.pavetpets.org. If you are thinking about buying that case of beer tonight.
Do you use PayPal, Venmo? What do you use?
We use Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, IOU. We use
what is IOU?
We use check. We use volunteer time. You want to come, you have some dog training experience, especially service dog training experience. You want to show up, help us train we have 2 little puppies. I'm going to go pick them up.
I met them. They're so cute.
We could always use some volunteer trainers. We can always use some volunteer data processing people. But I know right now AMVETS needs a program data processor. It's a paid position. And I'm really trying to promote that over a free position that we need, you know, because that could help somebody's family. If, hey, I can do emails, I can do phone calls, and that's the starting pay, $40,000.
So
Hey, Omar,
it's like a
send me
job.
an email on what you're looking for, because I know, believe it or not, I do know some smart people to donate time.
Okay.
So do
I
you
hate emails, but for you, I'll take one for a team.
Oh,
a link in an email, a link in a, yes, a job description to put
Okay.
out there so that people can like do that. And I think Katie's trying to get on through PetVets. Let me see. Is she trying to log on through the other?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Katie.
She's trying, but Katie's always with us, even when she's not with us.
Yeah, she's
Hey, Omar,
These sinuses
I'm going to
got
give you a
me
heads up.
my nose off.
Kroger, since you're 501c3, it took us like 8 or 9 months. If you go to Kroger Giving, you can type in PT939, and we get a percentage of the groceries. Now, there's other food chains that do that, but don't ask me to do it. I had to get my buddy to do it. And it's, I mean, we get an $80, $100 check every once in a while, but I mean, you look at Kroger's, I think Piggly Wiggly food line.
Oh,
You just gotta.
I think I know what you're talking about. So,
Raven
are you
Miller
set
just
up?
came in.
Are you set up to receive donations? Like, because you're nonprofit, you can like go on, like, say Amazon, and create an
Oh, yeah.
account, and then you send your link out, and so when people shop on Amazon, you get a portion of their what they bought. And is that
Yeah,
the same
we're
thing you're
set up on
talking?
Amazon. We're set up with the wish list on Amazon. We just got grants from Walmart. We got grants from Disabled American Veterans. They gave us a very, very substantial amount of money to help. We're under some decent negotiations to raise our own facility. Praise be. So we have some traffic. You know, this is not
That is
we started yesterday. This is, I've been
no, of
grinding
course.
since 2020 with a very good set of team, you know. So when you say, do we need people, I would say I have the best people already. I could
Okay.
use more of the best people. You
Yeah.
know, no negative people to come in. I have the best team right now. I don't need a negative anybody to come in and say, no, go. Please. Please go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, I walk in to work joyful. It took me a long time. If my brother Mannery was on here, he'd say, damn, he's finally joyful. Yes, I went from depressed and thinking about not being here in a parking lot somewhere to being joyful every morning. And I want to hand that to somebody else that's out there that's like, I'm at the bottom. My relationships are shambled. I don't have the money I need. I'm not joyful. I want to help somebody feel joyful. Real joy, it's not monetary. It's not monetary. It's purpose and meaning. And knowing that if I die in my sleep tonight, I did something beautiful today. That's joy. And it
That
comes
is
in the
definitely
morning.
joy. That's definitely joy. So yeah, that's amazing. Will you be able to put all your links to the Amazon, to the wish list, to all of those things, so people, because the lives stay for years and people can click on and go on and get things, so you from there, and then we can share it to Hoagy's platform, my other platforms, your platforms, put it on everybody's page so they can go back and watch it. And my YouTube page, I'll put it on my YouTube page so that people go back and they watch it and they see where all the donations and things can go from to, and then they can share it. And I think that's what support is too. Everybody thinks support is monetary, and it doesn't necessarily have to be. Support is awareness, sending it out, because you may not have $10, but they may, and if you share it to somebody else, then they shared and they shared, and you can get it that way. So we're going to get this spread out
Support is
all
just
over.
simple. If we were in Dallas, Texas right now, and you were a new rapper, everybody would come out and support you. They may not give you $1, but there are 7 people on here as I look at this. If all 7 people type hi or hey, it moves the algorithm just a little bigger. And
Yes.
Facebook says, oh, damn, this is important. Let me send it to more people.
Yes.
Support is liking, commenting, even if it's love this. This is great. Support you. Hey, sis. The algorithm gets moved. So if you want to support these people on screen, especially the lady with the glasses and the beautiful eyes, get on her stuff and just say, hey, girl, love this. Like that. This is awesome. When you comment on a post, it moves the algorithm forward. That's how old stuff comes up new again.
Yeah.
So if you want to support and you don't have $10 or $20, there's Lynn Rush. She understands. Hey there.
Yeah, I like that. Hi,
It moves the algorithm. So tell your people next time you're live, if you're, see, now 8 are here. You got to tell your, hey, everybody, and then it's okay if you say their name. Hey, thank you, Lynn, for commenting. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I go back and I respond to each comment that's on there, and it keeps it moving. Yeah, yes.
That's how stuff from 6 months ago will come back up. Like, geez. Yeah.
Where did that go?
Comment, like, share. See, Raven Miller, thank you. The lady with the glasses. Yeah, thank you.
Yes,
thank you for commenting.
Yes.
We went from 7 to 9 with 2 comments.
Yes.
There's Brandon McDonald.
Absolutely.
Let's all boost it. Team Rio in the house.
Absolutely. Then I saw Low Key, and he got off. He's a veteran too, so I wish he would have been able to get on and say a little more things. And then I keep getting the invites from the Vet Pet Service Dog training, and it's just not.
Katie, yeah.
I know, and I don't know what's happening with her thing. Like, we probably should have practiced a little bit earlier, but it's moving. But you're absolutely right. You got to push it.
Thank you, Raven Miller.
Keep that going.
Yeah, you got to push it. We don't push each other enough. Just push through comments. Like, here's an example. A couple years ago, someone tried to destroy what we had started, and because of greed. This $1 million service dog trainer came in the area, and one of those people had promised this lady, if you leave Vet Pets, I'll get you $1 million in grants. So I'm having dinner with my kids, eating salad, whatever, and my phone starts blowing up with, like, you're trash, you'll never be successful. So I make it a point from 3 years ago, I always post twice a day out of spite. That's how I fight back. And I'm laughing because this is the year of truth, and I'm just saying it. But what I want to say is I post twice a day. 3 years ago, I was getting 3 likes, 4 likes, 12 likes. And then people would say, hey, man, you're doing very good. I can't believe you're doing all this, man. Keep pushing. And I say, man, I don't ever see you liking my stuff. He says, man, people see you. They just don't always comment. Then I'm like, oh, okay, Tamika. They see you, but they don't always comment. And they don't have to comment. They don't have to donate. They don't have to comment. They don't have to like or share or subscribe. But when they do, you show appreciation. So Absolutely. I appreciate you for commenting, Lynn. I appreciate you, Brianna. I love you, and I appreciate your donation. I appreciate it.
And even
no one has to do
Raven, like she said, she works for the Department of Veterans Affairs. She's a nurse. So she's right there with the vets, like, all day, every day. No, she's in Maryland. She came from San Diego and she went to Maryland. Yeah, but she's
probably seen us.
On it.
Well, AMVETS is coming from Maryland. Their national headquarters was in Maryland, and they're moving up here. So we have a lot of positive peoples, I'll say, coming up here to do some good things.
That's absolutely amazing. I love it. I love it. So I see that he's putting the links in there. You're right, Hoagy. You need some water?
Yeah. Stormy,
I'm usually
Stormy
behind a
said,
desk. I'm trying to look all executive, and this is fun because I'm just ripping. I'm really trying to be funny for once.
Yeah, like it,
Stormy
and that's
sheds a lot, and
Yeah.
I get her hair in my fat nose, my glasses, down my throat, and
Ah, jeez.
you know how it goes.
you need something, and so that's what running your motor with Piper is. It's really informal, like, and it just lets you speak your mind and talk about what you want to talk about, and it usually leads to something else or something you say or someone in the comments like, oh, I remember that, or oh, this happened to me, or that happened to me. And that's what makes it fun and interactive. Normally other people will come on, you know what I mean, that's similar to your story or want to share something
Yeah,
or
people are
have
watching.
something to say.
I like she said
Yeah,
that. People are always watching.
yeah,
I didn't understand that a long time ago. I was getting frustrated. It's like, man, I got 12 likes and this and that. And they're like, no, people see what you're doing. They just see it. Oh, he's still moving. And they keep moving because they're trying to move too. You know, different, you know. So we support each other. I support Hoagy. I'll support you. You know, everyone just support each other. It won't hurt you while you're having your coffee in the morning because you can't live without it. And you just put a comment on your people's stuff, especially people you care about. Push their stuff.
Absolutely. And then Hoagy gonna say he was gonna say something, but he forgot.
Here's
I've learned in the past that Amazon does not give half of the money that Kroger's does. Kroger's gives a lot more.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh, Jack said that you always find a way to incorporate humor, so that's a good thing.
and
Smiles
Yeah.
all around.
also we do not serve booze. We don't serve alcohol. If you want to bring it, we have like 50 rooms at the local air motels. If you want to bring booze, we'll pick you up, bring you here. If you want to have your cocktails, that's fine. Guns are welcome, attitudes are not. But I want this last shrimp bowl to go out with a bang.
Ooh,
Absolutely.
that's
And what's the
deep,
date?
Raven. Strangers will support you more than people you know. Oh,
Absolutely.
That's
that's on the
right.
back of my shirt. No, I'm playing.
In other words, he's
How
saying
come I
he might
can't
have to
see you
use that.
guys?
So, Hoagy, what is the date? I know you want the sales to be done by mid-August because it's September, because
Right.
somebody's first and last name has to cook all the food. But what is the date of the shrimp boil?
It's September 6th. If you're going to haul tabs, we meet in the back alley around 8, take off around 9:15, 9:30. We'll take them over to Triple S Harley Davidson shop, do some pictures as we usually do, turn them back, round them back, and party starts at 1.
Okay.
People start coming in on Fridays, and God knows where they'll come from.
We're
I
up to
forgot to
11.
share this myself. So you're going to see more people
Oh,
come in.
we're up to 12. You got to talk about it.
Yeah, I forgot to share it from the beginning. So,
Oh, man. What's up, Triple OG Handlebars? Appreciate you, brother. You out here rocking and making us motorcyclists safe out here on the street and look fly while we're doing it. Again, we are all in a situation where, yeah, who has tabs? Oh, what's up, Flash? How you doing, brother? I miss you.
if you're just joining in, we were talking about how we can help with veteran suicide and post-traumatic stress, how we can support our veterans this year through our initiatives with Hoagy and his work, and how we need to support each other. You don't have to be a veteran. How we just need to support community members, you know, and that's what we were talking about. And the best way to support is to like, share, and comment on social media. I get a whole $67.50 per year off of Facebook. I'm balling.
Sure, baby.
Balling. Well, there may be
Stormy.
more because we're going to be sharing this. You won't see a whole bunch of people walking around in red shirts. You're going to be like, oh my, it took off. Yes. Should you have a picture of the shirt yet? Because that normally brings it to you.
$7 and you can make 70. You can make 70.
Yeah.
You can make 80.
Absolutely.
You can make 80.
And
you can lose it
is so
in the crap game.
So once you put the shirt, will you post the front and the back of the shirt and then a link under it?
Yeah, but that's our initiative to help with veteran banners. So VetPets have got our hands on a little bit of everything. That's helping bring veteran recognition to the area, free T-shirts. We also are helping raise money for AMVETS to help families in transition from the military. We also take therapy dogs, whether it's to Pittsburgh Medical Center, the Disabled Veteran Center. We have a dog named Mercy. She's full-time up at the Pittsburgh VA. If you're a veteran in distress, say, hey, you know, I'd like to see Mercy if she's available. She's a golden retriever. She's up there right now. We raise money to help support her with food and medical. That money just comes out in the background. I forget about it till I bring it up. So we're just trying to find ways to help. But if there's a veteran that we know about that needs to go in recovery, we keep funds aside so the family doesn't have to pay for PTSD recovery to help him not commit suicide. We've done it a few times here. We don't always post about it, but we just send that money and say, get well, brother. Your family doesn't have to pay for this. The idea is you shouldn't have to worry about your utilities, your medical, your rent while you're trying to get yourself better. So there's way more than dogs we're talking here. So you
Absolutely.
like, share, and subscribe, damn it. And I love each and every one of you.
I appreciate you, and I thank you for everything that you're doing, that you're going to continue to do, that you will be doing in the future. Please make sure, you know, once the live is over, that you drop everything in the comments, because once we start to share it, people go back and they read the comments and they see where things are there, and then they'll just share. Everyone watching, the 7 of you, make sure you're sharing it on your page, share it in the group, share it in whatever, your family, like everywhere. It has to get out. Because,
good evening.
yes, our need us. So I appreciate you. Kool-Aid! Hi, Kool-Aid.
You got some cool people coming in here.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
That's Kool-Aid right there. He definitely, so he rides all over the place. Oh, maybe, do you have like your stickers? If I put that on like my bike, so as I'm going, people will see it, and that'll bring awareness too. Like, so like advertising that way, being able to do it like that. So I'll have to come see you and Katie.
And we
get
have
a sticker to put
puppies right now. So if you have a ride coming up, we'll bring some puppies out, some dogs out. You know, we'll support you.
Yeah.
We cross.
That is.
We take pictures with the dogs in front of the bikes with a photographer. So we cross promote dogs, bikes. You know, we could do a little cross promotion. We cross promote more other people more than ourselves sometimes. That's how we roll sometimes.
But that also brings awareness to you too, because as they're looking at the dogs here, or you're putting it here, putting it there, they're like, where's this originating from? So then it does bring it back through, which is good.
It's cross promotion. It helps. And you get a dog and a motorcycle's in the back revving, and the dog's just sitting there like.
I know, so it doesn't bother the puppies?
No.
All the noise?
No, they're
really?
These dogs are saving lives. They don't worry about motorcycle sound. You know, some of these dogs are out here doing deep pressure therapy. They're alerting to blood pressure regulation.
Oh, yeah.
Seizure alert. Some of these dogs. Right now, if I'm on my cell phone this much, my dog will knock it out of my hand. Like, what are you doing?
Like, pay me attention.
Because,
like that.
Yeah. People think self-inflicting harm is scratching an old wound. Self-inflicting harm is staying on TikTok and you're in a thirst trap for 15 minutes. And I'm just calling you out, guys. You're supposed to be in the bathroom and you're in the thirst trap. Your lady's like, why are you in there so long?
Not a thirst trap.
Why are you in there?
No. You're putting it out. So you know.
I'm just putting it out there.
So then I might need a service dog, because so my dog, I have a old English bulldog. She just likes her like back and butt rubbed and everything else, but she don't knock the foot on. I'll get on my phone and I'll watch like pimple popping videos for hours, and I know it can't be good for the radiation, whatever happens to my brain cells and whatever. So I'm gonna need somebody to help me with that. But yes, so they're asking they want flyers.
I was joking, but they are trained for medical tasks. TASK. They're trained for a task.
Absolutely.
Or they're trained to perform work. So it's not a regular dog. I taught this dog to apply pressure over my lap on this signal, verbal or
And I've seen where like there's a woman who I think she has seizures, so the dog knows, I guess, when her sugar or something's getting low, and he grabs her to bring her to the
Sit her
floor
down. Yeah.
before before she
Yeah.
falls out. Like it amazes me
A
how
lot
they
of times with that, it's the bond. So there are other dog trainers out there. They're teaching you sit, down, stay. That's great. The best thing that Vet Pets trainers, Katie, Chris, and myself, we increase the level of bond between you and your dog off the charts. You can get out here in a field and your dog can beat us with these ribbons and certificates, but you will not beat us with a tighter bond between human and animal. Our system of bonding human and animal goes back to the ancient caveman and the wolf, and the understanding of why those two stopped chasing each other as food and started working as one being for survival. Our bonding is that. Our system of training goes back that far when it comes to bonding and how we can get you and your dog bonded. So when you say the dog's name, it comes right back to let's work, let's do this.
Yeah. Man, I see
It's
Bolo.
an
How you
extension of
doing,
yourself.
Bolo? I see who else is on here. Thanks for what's up, Hyde?
Yeah.
Thank you. Definitely share this live, like it, send a comment. We are talking about suicide prevention for our veterans. We're talking about awareness. We're talking about raising money. We're talking.
And we're having a good time. I've been kicking
What's
it. This is the most open I've been. People are like, damn, he talks like that? Yeah, I talk like this when I'm around my good ones.
Yes,
That's all
like,
I'm gonna say.
and you can feel it, like
Yeah.
just like animals. Animals have I guess a third or fourth, maybe a sixth sense when they're around good people or when they're around trouble, and like like so you can tell like what the animal does, like absolutely. And we are as people have our animal instinct too that tells us like, oh, is it safe, is it good? But like the work you're doing is definitely amazing. I appreciate you taking the time out to come on. I'm glad that you ate your meal really quickly and got to get outside.
I
don't know when we're
apologize. I was outside yesterday with the kids playing all kind of basketball. My sinuses are jacked up, so I'm trying to be funny to get through this, But it's creating some decent content. I'm normally not jokey like this, but I'm having fun.
And so Bolo is asking, he just joined us. He said, where is it, where the services provided?
So
where is it located?
Our human services is currently located in Washington, Pennsylvania, 20 minutes south of Pittsburgh. We are at 33 Mann Street, Washington, PA, 15301. You can send us a letter if you're old school at P.O. Box 79, Washington, PA, 15301. If you're new school, you can go to www.pavetpets.org, and there's ways where you can volunteer, donate, get your dog better trained. Even if you don't need a service dog, you got a new puppy out there, you want to train your puppy to be bonded with you, you're going to have a better feeling about it, knowing that money for that training goes to help other veterans. I forgot to say that. So you don't have to be a veteran to help. You got a new puppy, you want to get a 6-month class, the money raised from that class goes to get another service dog or therapy dog or emotional support dog for a veteran. So that's another way people can help. You got I hate to say a husky or something, but you got a dog that's giving you some trouble. We might be able to get you some pretty good bonding, socialization, training for 6 weeks. That money goes into a fund. Somebody out there needs help. We take money from that fund to help that veteran. No questions asked. Thank you for your service.
Absolutely. And so the home, which will house 11 families of veterans while they're transitioning for 6 months from service to civilian life, that home office is opening in August, and then the actual building itself to start helping the families is somewhere in the near future. So donation for that as well. There are events coming up. They already had their event in March, but March 2026, another event is coming up. The red t-shirts are coming up. That'll help to support the banner so that people know that it's there. And then in October, there's another event. It's Halloween themed.
Yeah.
More money. Let's go. Let's get it. We need it.
March
30, 40,
is our dress-up dinner party.
That's the
If you like to get all out, that's the gala. That's who can be. We got best dressed. Males win like a pretty fancy watch. The women, best dressed female wins Swarovski crystals. Like, this is, I like to dress up. When I was young, I was a little poor. I didn't like normal clothes. I liked my church clothes.
Absolutely.
So the idea came with, can we have a fancy dinner party for charity? Can we raise $30,000 to $40,000 for a family in need? We've been able to do that. We're going to hit our 5th year, but it's a chance to get dressed up. If you didn't go to prom, get your prom on. If you went to prom, you didn't like your date, bring a different date.
Absolutely. I like to get dressed up too. I like to be the princess and have something shimmery or big.
Yeah.
And,
We have people that
as
don't wear
adults,
dresses all year round, and they say, okay, I'll do it for this one time. Damn it. And they go all out.
I'm telling
They go,
you.
yeah.
I think all of us have an inner movie star, inner glam that we want to come out, because we don't really get to dress up.
No, you see them live their lives. So for one night, you get to walk the red carpet, professional photography, professional food. We got, you know, state representatives. We have Kim from KDKA as the MC. We have Miss Galaxy there. We have Miss Past Pennsylvania there. We have Young Marines there. We have some pretty decent people in the room. We're not going to stop till we get The Rock to come in.
Absolutely. Oh, you want me to hit him up? I'll call Dwayne.
Putting it out there right now.
Dwayne,
We're
do you
not
hear
stopping.
me? Are you out there? I need you, Dwayne. We need you here. We
oh,
need
damn,
you.
the eyebrow went up. Yeah, we're not going to stop till we got The Rock. Then I can retire. You know, it's probably going to be a lot of problems in the room that night when he shows up.
That sounds good. Well, everybody is loving your sense of humor. I'm so happy for that. It'll be easy to go back and like watch this live and get all the information. Katie is that I'm looking. She's definitely been dropping everything in the chat. I appreciate it. Is there anything else that you want to tell them? Any contact information you gave? The mailing address, is their phone number? Is there, I need to find a date too, sis, because you know my husband's not coming out. You just be like,
yeah, we will share in the comments. Katie's working on it.
okay.
We'll share in the comments upcoming dates, information. We have some, we have other organizations putting on things for us. And because we are aligned with the Suicide Task Force, when they have something, we are there. When AMVETS has something, we are there. When you have something, we will be there. You know, we are aligned. So it's not just what we have, March and October. There's these other micro events that we'll be at. We were just at the Pittsburgh Car Show for a 3-day weekend with a company called Fuel Required, where we gave away a Corvette. We were selling these $20 tickets, and I know some people are like, they're not giving it away. Some young individual won a Corvette off a $20 ticket. So when you see us sell a red Mustang in the future, just know your $20 could win you a car.
Dang, that is crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to drop the mic on that one. My name is Omar Brooks. I'm the executive director of VetPets. VetPets is a nonprofit here in southwestern Pennsylvania, here to help veterans, first responders, and community members through the healing power of animal-assisted activities. We go to nursing homes, disabled veteran centers. We also put money aside each year to help veterans in recovery. Our goal is 0 veteran suicide, 0. If you're out there and you're thinking of harming yourself tonight, you can give me a call. Find me on Facebook, find me, give me a message. If you know somebody that is close to you and you're watching, this is how you help. I don't need somebody to sit and do emails or messages. I need people to just know we exist. So reach out to me, Tamika, and say, I know this guy. He's self-isolating. I haven't heard from him in a while. Can you just give him a call? We'll go out to coffee. He won't even know how it happened, or she, and it becomes organic. This is not clinical. This is not a therapist. Like, check in and call me. This is, hey, you're a veteran, I'm a veteran. Let's go have a cup of coffee. 6 months later, like, how do we meet? Tamika told me that. You know, you just needed somebody to talk to. Damn. Thank you, Tamika, for reaching out. I was at a low point, and you guys helped me get through the worst year of my life. We had a cancer survivor last year, said last year was the best year of his life. And I said, but you were going through cancer. He said, but I had you guys. He didn't say anything about dog training. I got to go. I love you with all my life. And thank you. Thank you guys for
Love
watching.
you too. Thank you for having it. And that has been the outstanding Running Your Motor with Piper. We will be back next Monday at 7 p.m. Make sure you share this live. Thank you, Omar, for all that you're
Like
doing.
and subscribe,
Thank you.
damn it.
Share,
Support
like,
this
and
beautiful
subscribe.
lady. Raise her up so she
Absolutely.
can raise you up.
Thank you so much. And Brianna, you had everything in the comments too. Love you guys, Hoagy. Thank you for connecting us.
Thank you.
We will see you soon. Have a good night, everyone.
All right, later.
Bye.
Keep being a queen.